Obesity is a problem that's been plaguing America for a couple years now. Basically, everyone's fat. We all know that. You can't go outside today without seeing a couple big back people. And there's some people who actually think that being that big is healthy. So I found some bad acceptance videos, and by found I mean I looked it up on TikTok because I'm lazy. And we're gonna be picking apart these lazy arguments as to why being fat is okay and why it's good for you, even though it very much isn't.
As a kid on pro-ED social media, I would always see lists that people made of reasons why you want to lose weight, and I've seen them come up again, so let's talk about it. These lists are characterized by things that are categorically untrue that will happen to you if you lose weight. Like, you'll be less scared to eat food. If you go on a restrictive diet, it will likely increase your anxiety around food. And then this is a big cut-off one, but it's basically like, oh, if you lose weight, you're finally going to meet the guy of your dreams, and you'll have your first kiss, and then you'll get married and have a bunch of kids. It should go without saying that none of this is true. You can have a happy, successful, love-filled life exactly the way you look right now. And I know some people are like, oh, Aubrey, why do you care? Let people do what they want with their bodies. I can't control what you do. If you want to lose weight for whatever reason, then do it. But it would have saved me years of pain had somebody ever looked me in the face and said, you do not have to lose weight to be worthy of love.
So already, I'm not an expert on any of this, by the way. I just want that to be known. I'm not an expert on this. But saying that you're not gonna have some sort of anxiety around food, saying that you're gonna be scared of food because you lost weight is dumb. You're gonna be more cautious, of course. You're gonna be way more cautious because you're gonna be like, hey, is this good for me? Is this bad for me? But you're not gonna be like, oh my god, it's a pickle. Nobody's gonna start screaming because there's a piece of turkey in their room or because somebody's eating a cheeseburger in front of them. You're not gonna get anxiety from that. You're not gonna be scared. You're just gonna be more cautious of what you eat. Your love life is definitely gonna get better. I don't know about anyone watching this video, but personally, I don't like bigger people. I don't look for that in a partner. I'd prefer somebody with like under 20% body fat, somebody who can get up a flight of stairs without panting and having an asthma attack. I mean, she's right. You know, you can find love no matter what you like. There are people who like big people. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with liking what you like. It's just that this is unhealthy, and you shouldn't be saying that you should stay at that weight.
What I eat in a day as a fat person that doesn't diet or focus on weight loss. Scrambled eggs, rosemary sourdough toast, and strawberries. A yuzu gummy candy. Trying to be a meal prep girly. Peanut butter overnight oats with a banana. Carrots, cucumbers, and snap peas with hummus and ranch. Hard-boiled eggs and turkey and wheat thins. Yuzu and soy sauce tofu over rice. This was so good. Peanut butter minium and a mochi love you bye.
In the comments over here, you have like everyone saying not enough calories at all to get you obese. Your food actually seems healthy and balanced and all that stuff. Basically talking about how healthy she's eating here, how good she's eating. Personally, I think it's bullshit. I think she's, you know, I'm not lying. I'm not saying she's lying and that she didn't eat that, but I am saying that she probably ate more than that and she's just not showing. There was probably snacking happening because there's no way if what I'm getting from this is that she's hinting that she eats like this every single day, and you know she's swimming, so I'm assuming she's doing some sort of exercise. Eating all of that, she's eating good. Like she's not really eating bad. So there's a lot more snacking happening, and she didn't show anything of what she drank. By the way, I just wanted to point that out. I doubt that she was drinking water the entire time. Maybe she was. I don't. I don't believe that's what she was eating. I refuse to believe that. There's no way you can eat that much with basic levels of exercise and still be as overweight as she is.
This stupid fucking big back trend shit that's going on right now pisses me the fuck off. Every single time I see one of you guys post one of these fucking big back trend videos or I see people laughing about it, all I can think is that I hope every single fat person in your life treats you like the fucking piece of shit that you are after this. I hope they see you for what you're worth. I hope they see you making fun of fat people and like fat people just eat nonstop all the time. I hope they see you acting like that, and I hope they stop working with you because they deserve better. This shit's ridiculous. Like, you guys, you really is 2024. Y'all can't think of better jokes. You're just going to take low-hanging fruit and make fun of people who have different body types than you. Like, you don't think that people who are built like that wish that maybe they could have, like, a more socially acceptable body type? This shit pisses me off so bad. Because I know there's some little fucking kids crying and shit. There's some little girls out there crying tonight because you're talking about big back people, and they can't help it. That's just how some people are built. And I'm sick of it, you guys. This one makes me just fucking sad.
Okay. So I'll admit I'm a fan of the big back trend. It's funny. Making fat jokes, she said it was low hanging fruit. She's kind of right, but it's still funny. Like, you need, I think there's a certain amount of fat jokes and, bullying towards fat people that you actually need in order to, like, keep that standard up there. Because she mentioned socially acceptable body. At this point, being fat is socially acceptable. Unless you're in a, like, I guess a school setting. Usually, like, around, like, middle school or high school. That's when I noticed people were more, like, there were less fat people. It's so socially acceptable at this point to be fat. There are people, I know, like, a couple people who literally can't find pants at, like, Old Navy and Ross and all that, because the pants are made for people who are bigger. They don't go any sizes below that. Like, we live in a world, at least we live in a country where most people are fat. You go outside, you're gonna see someone fat, 100%, no doubt about it. Saying that people can't help it, that's just the way they're built, is a complete lie. Maybe you're raised that way. You're told you always got to finish your plate. You got to eat this much. Oh, you're so skinny. Eat more, eat more, eat more. But at the end of the day, you can control it. You're just choosing not to. But, like, once you start in your teens, this lady's clearly, like, at least 20. You're in control of what you eat at this point in your life. You're in control of what you eat, when you eat it, what you eat it with. You're in control of all of that. So using the excuse of, oh, it's just how I was made, I can't control it, it's genetics, that's bullshit. So simple. Just eat less calories, move more. You don't have to completely cut out processed stuff. You don't have to completely cut out soda. I still enjoy soda every now and again. Fast food's fine. You just need to order the right things. Don't get a large meal. I'm sure she eats large when she eats out. That's not something you really need to be doing. There's really no reason to ever be ordering a large meal anywhere from any fast food place, because of how much processed garbage is in there. It just raises the calories way higher than it needs to be, and it's going to cause you to gain weight. All you need to do is just eat simpler foods. All it is. Big back trend is funny, and I still believe that you need to make fun of the fat people. Not to the point where they kill themselves or anything. There's a very, like, clear line. Saying, like, going up to your fat friend and, like, poking him in the gut and calling him pudgy, that's fine. But, like, going and saying, oh, you're fat, kill yourself, oh, you're useless, you're fat, I bet you just eat all day, that's completely unnecessary. That's way too far. The fat phobia, even though that word is dumb, that is needed to a certain degree to keep that standard up, to keep people, I guess, to keep people from being fat and being okay with it. It's alright to be fat, but I don't know a single fat person that's actually happy being fat. Like, I don't know a single fat friend that would just, like, go to the pool completely shirt off, or that runs without, like, pulling their shirt away from their gut. I don't know a single person like that. So when you go, oh, I'm happy with how I am, I don't believe you.
You know why being overweight is one of the smartest things you could do? Just imagine a zombie apocalypse and there's no food left. Overweight people keep all the food in their belly. Therefore, they would live longer than people who aren't overweight.
Except for when they have to run away from the zombies and they get killed by the zombies because you can't run. You're out of breath speaking. I don't even think you can walk across the room without huffing and puffing like a steam engine. I don't think you understand how dumb that sounds. If you're being chased, you're done. Saying that it's the smartest thing you can do is so dumb. There's no way she's serious.
Too much blood in the way.
I don't even know what. I feel like I watched something that was like NSFW. I feel like I feel like I committed some sort of crime from this. I don't even know what this is supposed to be. The title's I miss these pants, I'm sad, the seams busted in them. How is this body positivity? You're showing the effect of what you do, of your lack of self-discipline, your lack of exercise, your poor health choices. You're sitting there struggling to put your pants on and you're complaining. Too much blubber in the way, and you're out of breath trying to do that, and you just start slapping yourself. That's so. It makes no sense to me. Oh yeah, this is positive. I literally cannot fit into my clothes. How is that positive? I don't understand that. I'm sure standing up is hard enough for her. And then people, don't worry what anyone says, you're a 10. How is that a 10? She 8, goddess, lovely lady, very beautiful. Don't worry, I love chubby ladies like you. I can understand if you like, a girl who's a little bit fatter, but she's at least 300 pounds. That's me being nice. It's me being very nice. I don't understand what's like. This is why we need bullying. This is why we need the fat phobia. That's why we need that to prevent this from happening, because these people are literally killing themselves and they're told that it's okay. I hear the example all the time too of like smokers. Smokers are, they're smoking, you're shaming them. You got a guy who's doing crack, you shame them. You got a guy doing any type of drug, you're shaming them. But with the foods, the processed junk foods that are literally made to keep you craving them, to like basically get you addicted, always craving more, it's not okay to shame someone when they're eating more and literally killing themselves. There's no way this is healthy.
Imagine my dismay as a young woman when I found out that people were being nice to me because they wanted to sleep.
So I'm not trying to be shady or side-eye to this woman who's just sharing what her experiences were, but I just wanted to add to this as a fat woman who grew up fat. Growing up fat, you are consistently told that it is physically impossible for people to be sexually attracted to you outside of like fetishes. To the point that even if a thin person does loudly proclaim their love of fat people, it's either treated as there's something wrong with them, or they're just doing it as a pity party for the fat person to make the fat person feel better about themselves. So for me, it's really hard to perceive myself as a sexual being for other people. Like, I will wear the low-cut tops, I will wear the mini skirts, I wear all of that because I think it's cute and I like how it looks on me. But thinking of other people perceiving me sexually in that way, it just doesn't occur to me. It's not something that I believe is happening. And I'm sure it is. I'm very cute. I'm sure there are some people who are, but it just doesn't occur in my brain that that is something that's happening when I interact with the world. And I'm not sure that I really prefer the alternative. I don't know if I really want to be sexualized all the time or feel people looking at me in that way. But yeah, it's just not the way that I interact with the world.
It's not unacceptable for people to be attracted to you except for fetishes. There are people who are genuinely like they love the fat, and that like I think there's a certain line between the fetish and just being genuinely attracted to you. If you're attracted to somebody, even though they're fat, that's one thing, and you'll be able to find a partner. But like for this woman in particular, I'm not gonna be, I'm trying not to be rude when I say this, but you're overweight. You're not even that overweight. I've seen girls like that get into a relationship, guy or girl, but you have dyed hair, you have a little bit of acne, it's not a lot, and then your makeup just isn't done well, at least in my opinion. I wouldn't find that attractive. I don't know somebody who would, but that's probably a reason why you aren't getting a lot of attention from who you're trying to attract. You don't believe that's happening because you know that the beauty standard, I'm just going to say for guys, I don't know if you're trying to get guys or not, so I'm not going to assume, but for guys at least, we tend to like women who are, physically smaller. Guys just like to be around, smaller women most of the time. That's how it is. And being fat is something it's also not really socially, it's socially acceptable, but it's not as liked. It's not as accepted as people want to believe it is. People talk about how nice it is, but at the end of the day, you compare somebody to Lizzo, say someone looks like them, they're gonna get offended. People don't actually accept being overweight. Nobody's actually happy like that. They just say that they are so that the people don't feel bad about themselves. when they should sometimes. There are some people who probably find you attractive when you go out in your mini skirt and your low cut top, but you're not going to be as common as if you just worked out more. Maybe you got a bit more muscle. You don't have to be completely thin. You say you think you're good, but not believing that people are attracted to you isn't really the same as saying you look good. If you think you look good, you're going to expect people to be attracted to you. You're going to believe that when you go outside, there are going to be people looking at you like, damn, look at her, she's looking fine. You're not going to say, oh, I look amazing, I'm looking so good. And you're like, oh, everyone thinks I'm ugly, I look so bad. That's just not how that works.
What I eat in a day as a fat person that doesn't diet or focus on weight loss. Egg and ketchup burrito. Peanut butter Ritz bit. Lettuce wrapped hard-boiled eggs with hot sauce. This chocolate pudding thing, it was pretty good, but had a strong coconut flavor. Doritos. Chili cheese spaghetti IDK. I napped too hard and just needed food. Okay, love you, bye.
Alright, I think this is going to be the last one for the day. I think this is the same girl as that second video. I think it's the same lady. This seems way more realistic than the video before where she was eating, healthy stuff that even me personally, I don't even eat that in a day. I don't eat almost any of what she was eating in that first video, except for that first breakfast. That breakfast looked good. This seems way more realistic as to why she's that size than it was before. This makes so much more sense. And then again, she didn't show what she drank at all. So I still believe she was drinking something with calories. Because what I've noticed seeing these videos every now and again is that fat people will go, oh, I don't eat that much. They talk about what they eat for breakfast, and they like go to McDonald's and get 1,000-calorie coffee. I like this more than the original video because I feel like it's way more honest about what she's eating, because almost none of this is good for you. And I'm still sure there was snacking in between that she didn't document. There's still drinks and all that. That's gonna be it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. First video down. So if you liked it, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.